Welcome everybody, my name is Jordan Engelhardt. You are at Lyons Township High School's 6th annual auto show. We're here with US Classic Muscle Cars, and they are taking some video for us. So they're going around interviewing people and just kind of getting the large scope of what today is all about, which is basically having fun, eating hot dogs, eating pizza, having some good caffeinated beverages, and just being in community with one another and all these awesome cars. So welcome, and if you guys have not had a chance to look around yet, you're gonna get a chance right now. So at Lyons Township High School, we do a lot of interesting things here. We have an automotive program called Lyons Township Car Care specifically, and we do everything from fabrication to general vehicle maintenance. That can literally be anything from building a twin turbo Lamborghini Aventador go-kart that's 7 feet long, which is in the shop behind us here, or it can be like our 1929 Model A that we're restoring from scratch. Or I had a kid build a wheelie bar over here for the back of his Honda Spree. We've also got a 57 Corvette over there that we've built from scratch. So we basically do anything and everything, from turbo kits to basically anything automotive that has an engine, and even things that aren't automotive, like a school desk. We're down to work on it, and you know, limitation is only your imagination. So that's what we do here, and yeah.
Welcome to the 2018 6th Annual Lyons Township Car Show.
My name is Rich Wagner, and I'm the owner of the 69 Dodge Charger. We picked this up about 10 years ago from a man in Des Plaines. The car was originally in boxes and completely rotted out. My dreams were at first to make a Generally out of it. I was obviously a huge fan of the Dukes of Hazzard, and so we brought it home, and at the time I owned a 71 Chevelle Super Sport, and after the years went by and decided to restore the car, unfortunately at 40 years old I had a heart attack, and about 2 weeks after my 40th birthday, and once that happened I talked to the wife and we decided to restore the car completely and get the show on the road. So unfortunately we had to sell the Chevelle to get the money and the finances to actually do the project. As the years went by and the car started slowly getting done, we kind of fell in love with the plain Jane look of the steel wheels, the hubcaps, and just paying homage to the early 60s to mid 60s super stock Mopar vehicles, the wedge cars if you will. And this one has a 440 cubic inch, it's 40 thousandths over. All the internals, including transmission parts, are all Mopar performance, aside from my Edelbrock intake and a Holley carburetor. We tried to keep everything as true to Mopar as we could. Lately, we've been getting the car a little bit more radical than what it was, but still trying to stay overall stock. The interior has no gauges hanging down or anything like that. It still is trying to stay true to the 69 Charger and the theme of what the car would have been back in the day.
How much horsepower?
Right now it's about 550, 500 horse, 550 torque.
Wow.
And it's running a 727 trans. It's a reverse manual valve body for Cheetah. It has a billet drum, a forged drum, I'm sorry, a bolt-in sprag. It's the 8 3/4 rear end, all Yukon gears, 391 ratio. We're running, I'm sorry?
And I noticed that you have a dual electric fan in there.
Yes, we converted from the original 26-inch factory fan to the aluminum radiator with electric fans. And obviously along with that came the upgrade of the electrical system. The stock 55 amps that came factory just wasn't doing the job. So we had to upgrade that along with the wiring that goes along with it, just to keep it going. Some of the things that are underneath the car are tubular control arms, inch and an eighth sway bar, cross-drilled rotors on the front, disc brakes, a lot of things that would more lean towards a resto mod, but hidden enough to still keep the car looking as stock as possible. The frame, the body's been tied together with subframe connectors. The exhaust is all 2.5-inch TTI headers, which I believe are just a Mopar staple. A lot of the other stuff, the back half of the car has been cut off to replace the entire trunk pan. Frame rails had to be repaired, along with floorboards. Frame rail on the front, both sides, which my father, initially helped me with the fabrication of the frame rails and floorboards up front, and essentially taught me the basics of the welding, and I was able to finish the back of the car myself.
Can we take a look at the interior?
Sure. The interior is basically all original, aside from new seat covers, front and rear, that are from Legendary products, but the door panels, the dash, the console, everything else is still 1969. Other than trying to think what else we've added to it.
You've done quite a bit. How many hours do you have into it?
We have a total restoration started in 07, lightly. I would say we finished it up in the spring of 2013 is when we first got it on the road. And ever since then, every year, it progresses a little bit more and more, and just keep adding parts to it. Some of the parts we remove are a little bit of the lesser quality ones, and we try to move higher end on each year than when we're doing something.
Are you going to get a just a hazard?
We actually thought about doing the decals and on the car and changing the rims, but once we do that, I think we'll be stuck. I'm not saying I won't do it in the future, because I'm a huge fan. I have a lot of memorabilia in my garage for that. But for right now, I really like the super stock look. And again, just paying homage to the super stockers of Mopar from the 60s. And, and the car can, not only has the look, but can play the role as well. So it really, really does move out. And it's fun. Oh, well, thank you for listening to the story of my 69 Dodge Charger. Again, I'm Rich Wagner, and hope to see you at the car shows.
Thanks for watching the US Classic Muscle Cars. Please join us for our next video. Please subscribe.